Right, I'm going to do a little quick video here on making some jerky. I took out a bunch of bear meat that I had, actually labeled as bear jerky. The bear I shot on September 10th. And these are two of the six packages that I have left to cut up. As far as the seasonings I use High Mountain seasoning, and I prefer the mesquite blend. And the chart is very simple to follow. I weighed the meat and there was actually 10 pounds, but I only made 8 pounds of seasoning, and it's pretty simple to follow. Here's the cure, and then the seasoning itself. You mix the seasoning and cure up according to the weight of the meat in the chart. And this is a 1-pack that I just cut up into thin strips. I try and cut them about a quarter inch thick. So I did clean up everything around the counter before I start cooking or cutting up the meat. Got a nice sharp knife, cutting board and all that. And let me get this set up here and do a package real quick. Let's see if I can do this without being too shaky. Alright, I'm trying to put it on the tripod here. So there we go a little bit. Let's see, raise this up so you can watch it. Put it down. There we go. Alright, kind of level it off a little bit by the eye. If I can, let's see. That's close. Alright, let's see. Open up the meat. I'll try and do this quick job just to see show you how I cut up the meat. I take off as much of the fat as I can, or silver skin or anything like that that would add to the gamey flavor that most people don't like. All the jerky I make up, I don't think I've had any complaints on it. Look at that nice whole muscle to use up. Just quickly slice off, like I said, a little bit of the fat here and there. Any of the silver skin, anything that I can see here on the outside, I will cut off. Even, you get a little bit of it while you're chewing the jerky. Depends on bad flavor or not. I usually, spit a little bit out. If it has a different flavor than just the meat. I know when I make up the venison, I haven't made any bear jerky yet, so I'm really looking forward to tasting this bear jerky. If it's anything like the bear meat that I ate, the bear steaks or bear stew, it was just unbelievably awesome. Very excellent. I do prefer eating the bear meat over the deer venison, but unfortunately my hunt, it took me 6 years to get my permit and license to go out and hunt bear, so I've been savoring this meat, and trying to use it sparingly. Unlike deer, you can go buy license after license, for the does, and pretty much here in Michigan you can shoot as many does as you want, just about, basically, you got private land. So I get, a freezer filled with meat every year. If it's a good year, and last few years been pretty good. So a little bit of silver skin. Alright, and I know there's a piece of fat in there, but when I cut down a little bit more, I will get to it and it'll be easier to take off. Now I just take it, put my knife through here. This meat's been in the freezer, or in the fridge, for about 2-3 days thawing out. Some pieces are still kind of froze, but most of it, for the most part, is thawed out. So it cuts fairly easy. You just got to be careful. pretty sharp knife here, and take off this little bit here. The bigger the pieces, you know, as far as the width or length, when you're putting them, I cook it in the oven. And the bigger the pieces, easier it fits on the racks. There is special racks you can buy to put in your oven, but I don't have any, and I may end up getting some, but the racks for the most part work pretty good. So, alright, here. That's the last little bit of fat, I think, on there. Some nice meat there. I never smoked meat in the smoker. I have did it in a dehydrator before, but I prefer this quick, easy method of using it in the oven. You know, it's convenient and it doesn't take much to clean up the oven. You know, just take the racks out, scrub them. So, yeah, the meat nice and clean out. This is the last piece here out of this package. I'm trying to take off as little of the meat as I can most of the time, you know. Don't want to be too wasteful. This is all silver skin. This is what gives it the gamey flavor, and you know, a little bit of fat mixed in there, which I've had the fat in the stew, and it's not bad. It's not bad, you know. But like I said, I share most of the meat that I get. A friend of mine lets me hunt his property. I always give him jerky or make stew up and bring him over a couple bowls or something, and he appreciates it. And if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't get, you know, half the deer that I get every year. He's got prime property, allows me to hunt it, so I'm very appreciative of being able to hunt his property. So I just kind of return a favor by sharing what I harvest with him, and he loved the bear stew that I made him. So this piece is still kind of a little bit froze. Cut off a little bit here. Alright, flatten it out. Alright, a little bit there. Almost done here, just a sec. Put it on my, not bad. Alright, here we go. Now, come over and get on the seasonings here. Here's my seasonings I mixed up according to the chart, and pretty easy. Sprinkle, you know, half of it on one side, you know, liberally, or what was it, liberally, whatever that word is, you know, and gives it a little better flavor the more you put on, but you don't want to put too much on. You want to kind of stick according to the chart. Flip her over, do the same thing. You have a few pieces here that are a little bit thicker than the others. Them, if I don't have enough room in the oven for all the meat that I took out, I will cook them, let them, you know, marinate a little longer, and cook them on a second batch. They say on the package a minimum of 24 hours. You can go from 24 to 28 hours. Like this piece right here, that should be able to, you know, marinate a little longer. But I have never had a problem whatsoever with eating any of this, because you don't cook it too long, you know. It says you can go a minimum of 2 hours of cooking this meat, and you should be good to go because of the cure that you're putting with the meat. So I usually go about 4.5 hours at about 200, and I leave the oven open just a crack so it does a continuous heat. Let's see, I'll spin around here. Fridge. This is the meat that I have already from 3 other packages. We'll flip this back around. That's all you do. You layer the meat up. That way the extra seasonings and stuff coats in there. I'll run out of room in here. You can even put this in a Ziploc bag, you know, the gallon-sized Ziploc bags. I don't think I have any more left, so I just figured I'd put it in the bowl, you know, just instead of wasting a bag, I use this big bowl. I will, however, need another bowl to make that last package of meat. There's some nice big piece there. That is about it. Put that back in the fridge, and 24 hours from now I'll be making up some jerky in the oven. Let it cool down for an hour or so, and then this stuff's good to go, man. Alright.